Hello, everybody. This is Yoko's Anime Reactions, and this is going to be my review for Hunter x Hunter episodes 6 through 8. Um, yeah, I will try and work on more on the show this week. I will try and work on more on Monster Hunter this week. I will try and get as many shows done as I can within reason, because I still have to work today, tomorrow, and Tuesday, and Friday. Oh god, I'm sleepy. Anyway, um, so yeah, I will try and get as much recorded for that stuff as I possibly can, but I still have to obviously upload. And to edit a 3 episode video, that takes at least an hour, if not more. Like an hour, 15 minutes, I guess, maybe. So yeah, that takes time, and I obviously cannot record while it's editing, because if I did, then if I was trying to do one of these while it was editing, it would mess up to where it would sit here with me not moving in the video, but you can hear my voice, and then it would just speed up and catch up. So I'd rather not have that kind of video quality. So I always have to wait or record it before I start editing, which is probably what I should do, is record it first and then edit the reactions, because then I can upload while the video edits. Anyway, uh these episodes involve the second and third phases, part of the third phase of the Hunter exam. Second phase, they meet the 2 gourmets, and I'm surprised at how big the guy is, and that he doesn't appear to have any health problems, as far as we know. Just physically, he's big, but he seems healthy, in a way, if that makes sense. I could be completely wrong, but yeah, just from the outside, what we see, he doesn't appear to have any health problems, which is very surprising. Like I said, considering how big he is. Not just how tall he is, but how big, wide he is. And considering he is a gourmet hunter, it makes sense that he could be that big. Because, I mean, the guy is big enough to be a sumo wrestler. Especially with how much he eats, because they are supposed to go and catch food and make a meal for them. And if they can make a meal that fits their palates, then they pass. But thing is, the girl is very picky. The guy will eat anything. No, I'm serious. He will eat anything, even if the meat is not all the way cooked. And we all know that pork meat is not a good thing to be cooking undercooking. And they can apparently only use any kind of pig meat they can find in the forest. Turns out there's only one species of pig in that forest, and it's the most vicious pig in the entire world. Great. And thankfully they figure out how to subdue the pigs, thanks to Gon hitting it on the head with on the forehead, and that got it. So they all bring their pigs and start roasting them, all of them cooking them the exact same way. As far as we know, nobody uses any spices, any sort of add-ons to it. Which makes me wonder, can any of them cook? Because if you know how to cook, then you would know seasoning like salt, pepper, Greek, stuff like that, is needed to make meat taste better. You just cooking it on a spit is not going to be enough. And, like I said, this guy will eat anything. And presentation is also required, because all they do, like, all except the last of them. No, wait, Kurapika is the only one who actually makes it look nice. The others, including Leorio, Gon, and Killua, all just give them the roasted pig. That's it. Don't cut it up, don't cut up the meat, no presentation, no nothing. You would think that they would have listened to what they had said. They are judging them not just on taste. That means presentation. And to be completely honest, Kurapika's is the only one that actually looks like a meal, like she says, but it has no flavor. Flavor does add into the equation on this, so he was wrong on that. So she ends up being so picky that nobody passes. Thankfully, the head of the committee is not okay with this. So he goes and has them do something else for that part of the challenge. And that means they have to go and get, what was it, spider eagle eggs? Ow. Dang it. Sorry, our cabinet door got messed up. And I was trying to open it to get something out of it. And the other one closed on my finger and scraped it.
That's why.
Living room. Anyway, they have to go after spider eagle eggs, which are hanging in webs over a ravine. And spider eagle webs, sorry, not spider webs. But she shows them how to go about doing it to get the eggs. Everybody else, except for probably, I'm guessing like 10 of the contestants, the rest of them jumped down like she did. But the rest of them, including the guy who had complained, did not because, well, they didn't want to risk jumping to their deaths. And Gon reveals essentially that the updrafts do not happen all the time, as we see with the poor soul who decided to go down for the egg but didn't get carried back up and thus fell to his death most likely. And as we saw, the webs were not strong enough to hold everybody. So a few of them were like, screw it, I'm going now. And fell to their deaths. So that means 4 more people, including, I'm assuming around 10 that were up top. So that's around 14 who did not go on to the next round. Thankfully, before the web snap, they can finally jump down and grab their eggs and come back up. And they get to see what the whole fuss is about and having delicious finding ingredients like that, because when they boil the eggs and try them, the ninja guy claims that these are better than what they sell at the store. Well, considering we don't even see you guys adding salt or pepper to them, I'm assuming they're eating them as is, boiled, obviously. That still is not... They need to take up some cooking skills. Anyway, the rest of them board the airship, the ones that actually passed, to the next round. They board the airship to head to their next destination. They are apparently free to do what they want until 8, where they're supposed to arrive at their destination the next morning. Tompa tries to get into their heads again and tell them that the rest of the event, the next phase, has already possibly started, and they need to be on their toes, and thus they won't get any sleep. That backfires. They go to sleep. So, haha. They did plan, didn't work. And we actually learn that Killua's family is a family of assassins, as he's talking to Gon. And they want him to go down the same path they do, but he obviously does not want to. And they're pushing back on this because they want him to follow in their footsteps. And obviously, yeah, trying to force your kid to go down the same career path you did when they don't want to is probably your best bet at getting yourself no contact at some point. So, yeah, now he hates them, obviously. I would too. I don't know if he actually technically hates them, but I do know that he does not like it. And the head guy, the old man, he sees them talking and decides to get them to play a game with him. If they can win the game, he'll automatically make them hunters on the spot. Okay, so what's the catch? They have to try and take the ball from him, and if they manage to do it, he'll make them hunters. Easier said than done, because this guy is not the head guy for no reason. Even Killua, they don't even manage to get close. The only thing that Gohan managed to achieve is to get him to use his right hand because he has not been using it the entire time he's been avoiding them. And now Killua is in a bad mood, and two guys unfortunately run across him, and they most likely were killed. So now two more people are down. So that's 16 people who did not make it to the third phase of the exam. The third phase is the top of a... At first I thought it was just a column or something, or some kind of natural phenomenon, but apparently it's a tower called Trick Tower, and they have to make it down to the bottom in 72 hours. At first I thought they meant climb down. Climb down the sides. And one guy thought the same thing and started climbing down because apparently he's good at rock climbing. He gets down a little bit before some monsters show up, grab him, and fly off, probably eating him. So, yeah, climbing down that way is not a good idea. After a while, they end up finding out that there are trapdoors at the top, all over the top of the Trick Tower, because a bunch of people just suddenly disappear. And Gohan and the others go down some trapdoors that are near each other, and they all end up in the same room, but they need a fifth person in order to proceed. Well, guess who the fifth person is? It's Tonpa. Of all the people they ended up having to go join forces with, this guy is still trying to sabotage them. And Leorio's got the right idea on this one. This guy has been trying to sabotage them, but he hasn't revealed that yet. But Leorio's onto him. So it's essentially a majority rule. They have to vote, and the majority ends up getting final say, essentially. They end up making their way to what looks like an arena, and they have to face up against 5 prisoners that have been, hired to be examiners, and for every hour they can draw it out, they get a year off their sentence. Okay? And now, Tonpa ends up volunteering to be the guinea pig in all this. And Leorio's confused, and Tonpa explains that you don't want me to be the tiebreaker. And I have to agree completely with him on this one. This guy has been trying to sabotage them since the start of the exams. You don't want this guy to be your tiebreaker. Because if he's your tiebreaker, he will fake an injury, surrender, or just plain out lose, and then you guys will fail. Get out! Get out! Get out!
Can you put something on my desk so I do now that's putting a game on the tablet?
Oh my god. Can you wait a minute while I finish this?
No.
Please?
No.
Go away.
No,
Go wait in the... Anyway, yeah, you really don't want this guy to be your tiebreaker because, like I said, he will most likely fake an injury, lose, or just plain up surrender. And then they will either fail the exam or they will just be stuck there until the time runs out. So, having him go first is probably their best idea. Get him out of the way. If he loses, he loses. Then the others can work on getting their wins. I mean, Killer was going to win his, no problem there. I doubt they have anybody who could challenge him, to be honest. Anyway, yeah, like I said, he loses. They get their first loss, but like I said, I don't think that really matters. Anyway, I will see you already next time.